All right, let me teach you how to factor these. So we got square root of 108, square root of 24, neither of which are perfect squares. So to simplify these down or to factor them out, all we got to do, factoring, right? Splitting something into two things that when multiplied together would bring you right back to it. So that's what we're trying to do. Now, if we're simplifying this, we need to make it neater, right? That's our whole job of simplifying. Now, I could take 108 and divide it by 2. Right? But if I take it and divide it by 2, I'm going to get a 54 and a 2, neither of which are perfect squares. Okay, so we should know by now our perfect squares. We should have that list memorized, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, etc., etc. So did any of those numbers ring a bell? Right away, I know that 36 multiplied by 3 is going to give me this 108. Now, why do I need 36? Because 36 should stand out to you as a number that's important in algebra, and it's because it's a perfect square. So we're going to say the square root of 36 times the square root of 3. This is based off of the product rule of square roots, meaning if I have the square root of 36 times the square root of 3, I'm going to get the same thing as the square root of 108. So product rule of square roots allows us to do this. Okay, and now I go one more step further because that's a perfect square. We can make this nice and neat, and we're still left with the square root of 3 attached. So 6 root 3 would be your result there after factoring this radicand. Okay, now we got 24. So I got to think about what are numbers that multiply together to make 24. 12 times 2, 8 times 3. None of these are perfect squares, but then I drop to 6 times 4. 4 is a perfect square. So what I can say is the square root of 6 times the square root of 4 is the same thing as the square root of 24. But this is nice. Why is 4 such a nice number? Because the square root of 4 is 2, and root 6 just remains root 6. So we're able to simplify one part of these down to make them neater. Okay? Study hard and good luck on your upcoming test.